quick. Anyway. All right, so for those who knew, I'll just have to save your number and add it to the group, right? How many people here not in the physics group? So much. I read it, you?
No, sir, she sent me a screenshot of you that my contact.
Oh.
So, I think one of us, I specify.
Was that three what? No. What's the number? Three what? See, so what happened? I can't see that too. 320 what? Yeah, properly. And we write it neat. Who have to do labs with me? All right, we will start after the end of October. I'll give you a booklet. You too? You too? No. You have to do labs? Okay. No, so it's Soraya. Yeah, sorry. So it's just 1, 2, 3.
What are we talking about?
Labs. Who have to do labs with me? Like who writing the exam here? Anybody online writing the exam here with me? All right, yeah, besides Christopher, all right. All right, so let's go. So the first we're gonna look and see how we could use physical quantities and SI units to help us do a lot of things in physics, right? Right, so let's just run through this thing quickly. I have a few spelling errors in here, so yeah, let's fix them, right? Right, so the role of science is to develop a better understanding of the physical world around us and make it better, right? So on and so on and so on. Or you can read up on that, right? Right, so the first thing I just want to run through quickly, right? You all should remember this, all the SI units, right? All the base quantities and the SI units. Now, because we don't really do luminosity and like, but these are the fundamental quantities. So anytime you ever come across it, luminosity is a fundamental. But we don't do the last two actually in physics. All right, but all these are fundamental quantities. All right. Right, please remember that the fundamental quantity, the SI unit per temperature is Kelvin. Okay, make sure you remember those small things. Right, you should remember about moles. Right, moles is the amount of substance which contains as many elementary units as their atoms in 0.012 kilograms. Here you have Avogadro constant, number of molecules in a mole, right? Make sure you remember that, right? Right. One of the things that we need to remember is how to derive SI units, right? So for example, it's a quick, easy example. If we have volume, volume is length by breadth by height. So that's 3 lengths, right? So that's m by m by m, which is meter cube. Okay, so this is a derived SI unit. We have to remember how to get all these units. All right. I'm not taking too long on these things, but you should hopefully remember. So all the other quantities are called derived quantities. These are obtained in accordance with a defined equation for the quantity, which may involve one or more base quantities. For example, the one that I showed you there, right? Volume is made up of one particular base quantity, right? Right, base quantities and derived. So for example, let's say I have something like this. Force is equal to mass by acceleration. This is a fundamental quantity and this is derived. So you'll end up with kgms minus 2. What's the equivalent of that? N, right? One of the things that you need to pay attention to in unit 1 is that they like to ask you to work with the base units, right? So if you see force, don't use newtons. right? Use kgms minus 2. That's okay? Right. The corresponding derived units are obtained by the same mathematical operation used to obtain the derived quantity, right? Here are some quick examples. You should know all of them, okay? Because if you see pressure, you have to be able to write, actually, write it out as a quick practice, right? Force is this, right? Just write pressure for me in terms of base quantities only. Check. Kg. Pressure. Check it back and see.
It says kg mp minus q.
Right? Write pressure and work base units only. Do that fast because we're gonna use it now. I want you to write the base unit pressure and work. Base units only. We writing should we show you up now, boy? Should we start already? Ah? No, I don't want Pascal. I want in terms of base units alone. Right? No newtons, none of that. Base units.
Okay.
Huh? All right, so let's see quickly. Pressure is what? Pressure was force over area. Force is kg ms minus 2, and area is meter squared. When you simplify it, you would have gotten kg s to the minus 2. Right? Pressure in next one. What's the next? Work. Work was force by distance, so that'll be s to the minus 2. F by D?
Yes, you did it wrong.
Oh, yeah, she put you wrong.
We can do that. Struggling. Why did you say rabbits?
Well, all right, sorry. Okay, so when they ask for the base units, this is what you need to have. All right. Right. Why do we need this now? Why do we need to do this? So I want to show you why we need it, right? So sometimes what we have, yeah, sorry, which one? For work? No, remember work will be kg ms minus 2 by m by m squared. Okay. All right, nice. So we need to remember those, right? So why do we need it? What we need it for is something called dimension analysis, right? So the first use of dimension analysis is to check and see if equations are homogeneous. So we're gonna check and see the homogeneity of certain equations. All right. So watch this here. Let's say I gave you something like this. Okay, it wasn't upset. No. You just fixing up something. Who's that one with tonight? But I didn't see her, but it's a lady or a man. I don't know who's it. Right, sometimes what I might do, like, anybody have lessons on Tuesdays and Thursday? Tuesday or Thursday? Tuesday. Something I want to do like a, I'll just do it on a Friday. Tell you all to come basically. Yeah, but I have 2 months. Huh? You have lessons on Tuesday.
I have no idea.
All right, right. So the first thing is to check and see homogeneity, right? So for example, suppose we wanted to see if EK is equal to MB squared, right? Homogeneity means that if we check the SI unit here and the SI unit here, it's supposed to be the same. Okay? If the SI units are the same, then the equation is said to be homogeneous. Okay? So let's take the left-hand side. The left-hand side kinetic energy is joules. But we can't leave it in joules because we wouldn't be able to see if this is correct. All right? So we had to break down joules into what? kg m s to the minus 2. That's okay? If you don't know this, you'll have to go and figure it out. All right? Right-hand side now. Mass is kg. V squared is ms minus 1 squared. When you multiply this out, you'll get kg m squared s to the minus 2. What does that mean? They're equal, right? So therefore, this equation is said to be homogeneous. But is that equation correct? No. Right? So the dimensions are correct. The units here and the units here is the same, but this is not the equation for kinetic energy. Right? We have missing. Okay? So all we could use the SI units for is to check and see if they're homogeneous. That's it. It does not mean that the equation is correct. Okay? Because we're not considering constants. Okay? So let's make a note of that. That homogeneity does not cater for the constants in the formula. Online, you're hearing clearly? A little quiet there. Azaria, are you okay there? Kavisha? I don't even know the messaging. Oh, okay. So could you repeat the line above homogeneous? What line is that? Oh, what I said is that Right? If an equation is homogeneous, it may not be correct. Right? Because homogeneity doesn't cater for the constants in the equation. Right? Homogeneity does not cater for the constants in the equation. Right? Try to say enough, please. Tell me if this equation is homogeneous. Pressure is equal to density by gravity by height. See if the equation is homogeneous. Pressure is equal to density by gravity by height. Right, just tell me if it's homogeneous or not, right? Right, so left hand side is what? Left hand side is kg m minus 1 m to the minus 1 s to the minus 2. Right hand side now. Right, so density is kg m minus 3. Gravity is what? ms minus 2. Right, and height is meters. Was it? Was the SI unit? Yeah. If it you could use yeah, hold up. You could use force over mass.
Yeah, so too much.
Newton meter. Right? So this is what kg minus 3 plus 1 is minus 1. Okay? Minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. And there's only one s. So therefore, homogeneous. You know what's the bad thing? You shall know this mama. Color recognizer? Density in liquid? So it should have been homogeneous, right? Let's try next one now. Any questions online? Any questions online? Next one. What is square routine again? Over half, right? Huh?
He said he was going to go.
It's not better. I don't know what it's. Try this here for me, right? Check and see if this homogeneous. T is period, right? T is period. L is length and G is gravity. And this is 2 pi, right? Check and see if the left equal to the right here. I know, but I have to give you one that I will see in exam. Which one? Yeah. Period in seconds, time. Right, hurry up, check it and see. Right, the SI unit, that's helpful, right? So the first physics class, right? This is period in second. This is length in meters. This is gravity. All right, so give a little help there. But it's up to you to simplify it out, right? Right, those who are online, you all could message and see if you get homogeneous or not, right? So just message yes or no. Right, you all could message yes or no, right? Alexandria, answer. Anybody,
sir.
right? You'll just message yes or no. Right, and I hear some people trying to talk there. Just send me a message on WhatsApp. I mean on Zoom. I'm already here. Right, so I hope you all see how important maths and maths will be. Right? A little bit dark, a little bit. Right, like it is a dog and all this. All right, well, this boy right on this page here, so we can use that page. Let's pass and let's around. I want to write on the name, but if I do it on time.
So you can check her out if you want. Maybe they're. You didn't want to read long and it's like make it big.
Well, I thought
I pay any money, right? Huh? Right, what we got online? Anything else yet? Right, so we know what the left hand side is, right? Right, we know that the left hand side is period, that's S. Alright? Right, Christopher said yes, we have one answer so far online. Yeah, Kivish, what do you got? Yes or no? Kivish, what do you got? Yes or no? Who's up? Guru and alright, so square root means what? To the power of a half, right? Length is meters, gravity is ms minus 2. Correct? What will happen to the m's? Cancel. So you'll end up with 1 over s to the minus 2. Are you okay with that? Then you multiply the half by 1 and the half. Sorry? Right? So you multiply the half by 1 and the half by this. That's one way you can do it. Or you can simplify right inside there, nice. Yeah. Right? Right? That's the next option. I will show you next week as well. So 1 by power of a half is 1. A half by minus 2 is what? Minus 1, right? Correct? So a half by 1 is 1. A half by minus 2 is minus 1. And we'll be left with 1 divided by 1 over s. Flip it over and you'll get s. Are they equal? Yes. So the homogeneous, right? Are you okay with that? Why did I not put a SI unit, put 2 pi? Nice. Right, so we have a next application. In fact, let's do one more like this. Let's do one more. No. I'm gonna give you one more. Where you going? That's not all the washroom is this way. Right, one more. Try this here. Distance is equal to acceleration by time squared. Distance is acceleration by time squared. Right, who responded? Let me see. Some people send them answers, some people. Azaria, Kiran, Ishmael, thank you. Christopher, that's all again. That's all I get in. Naisha, send me Safir, excuse Safir and Sarah. Can I get some answers, please? Huh? Downstairs, make a left. When you go down the step and enter, make a left on your seat.
Anyone see a door? That's scary.
Nah, everything lights up one signal. Right, so message yes or no?
Yes.
No?
I'm next. Yeah, build it up. I will still know how to do. What did you? You'll say, it's fine, I'll be out of fun.
Yeah. All right, so let's see, last one. Left hand side. Last one there. Left hand side. Meters, right? Yeah. Right hand side is what? Yeah. Watch. Where? Yeah, take a look. Right hand side is what? Right? MS minus 2. And here is what? S to the power 2. What will happen here? Right? So therefore it's homogeneous. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Right. So that's application number 1 of using dimension analysis, right? Now we're going to application number 2. Right? Online, are you okay there? Right. Application number 2. Sometimes. Ready? Ready? Right. So sometimes we do it no particular quantities, or sometimes we do it in only equation. So we can use dimension analysis to derive the equations. All right. So this is a little more solving simultaneously and saying this one, right? Huh? Yeah, I do this one for you, right? So in a particular experiment, in a particular experiment, it was found that period is dependent on the length, acceleration, and mass. Okay? It's dependent on length, acceleration, and mass. So watch this here. Have I name here, right?
They cannot expert on it.
Yeah, that's right.
That is not scribbled.
So what's that, Soraya?
It's, that's it.
That is scribbled together. All right, so here's what we need, right? We do not know the equation, right? We do not know the equation, but we know that period is dependent on the length. These things here. Period is dependent on the length of the pendulum, acceleration, and the mass. So we don't know the formula. So here what you're going to do. What we're going to do is try to create the formula by starting right here. Right? We're going to start right here. We're going to say that period, which is in seconds, is equal to d, which is length, by gravity, by mass. But we don't know this. We don't know what is the value for A, P, and C. Are you okay with that? You all okay with that? And why do we have K? In case there's a constant, right? Are you okay with that? So let us go it over one more time. The question said that period is dependent on length. So I'm using the letter T. Period is also dependent on, sorry, I shouldn't use proportional because I'm not sure if it's directly or inversely, right? So period dependent on D, it dependent on gravity. Period is dependent on mass. Okay? So I'm going to attempt to create an equation that has D, G, M in it, but I don't know the power. It can be negative, positive. So I just put in A, B, C. And there may also be a constant. So I am trying to figure out what's A, P, and C. Are you okay with that? So we're trying to figure out what's A, B, and C. Ariel, you okay there? No? Sure? So what you see now? So we're going to attempt to use the SI units. We're going to attempt to use the SI units to figure out what A, B, and C. The left-hand side, sorry. Right, actually, I'm gonna do this on the board. I have plenty of maths in this one, right? I want to make sure you follow how I solve it and things. All right, so here's what we're trying to do, right? Right, online, you're with me, Sel, Safir, Ranju, are you okay there? Sarah? I want to make sure you're all there. Right, right, everybody watch here, right? This is probably the hardest one because we have plenty of solving to do, right? So we're trying to develop an equation, right? Those who are online, just take a look at me here, right? So we're trying to develop an equation. T is equal to K by D meaning length, right? So let's L instead. L to the power of A by gravity to the power of B by M to the power of C, right? We don't know anything. All right? We don't know what is A, B, or C. A could be 0 as well. Huh? But here's what we know in terms of the SI units. We know that period is in seconds. We don't know K have no SI unit. Length is in mass. Sorry, length is in meters. Gravity is what? ms minus 2 to the power of b. And this is mass, so that's in kg. You're okay with that? Any kg on this side? No, so technically it's kg to the 0, right? I just want to compare. I want to have something to compare. Huh? Why then use?
Instead of kg.
Mass.
Oh.
That was mass, right? Right? So I just put in kg, m here, s here. There is no meters, so I put in 0, and s here is 1. The reason I'm doing this is that when I compare all the kilograms here with all the kilograms here, I get equate powers. Okay? Here is what? M to the A, right? This is m to the B by s to the minus 2b by kg to the c. Okay with that? Okay with that there? Right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to compare now. Right, Shivish, that's my okay. The power above kg is 0, right? About kg on this side. C. So what does that say about C? C is 0. Yeah? What's the power of m here? Power of m here is 0, right? What's the power of m on this side? A plus B, very good. Right? Because same base here are the powers. And then last thing is S is what? S is 1 here and here is minus 2. Tell me what A, B, and C part.
C is 0.
Right?
But here, B is a half of my. We can wait for A is a half of B is. Yeah. I think next one's I learned from. Someone has a. It's a B to the balance up. Okay. Example of a chicken with a
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's called.
So that means I look
no, right.
but I need that. Oh, did I keep on buy? Buy ready? Yeah, you know, like,
Moving on from the city.
which one here? Oh, I just about to. Yeah. Yeah, it's something. Actually, I'll tell you.
I want to be there. I want to die. But if it's not, like having by yeah. You did every no, guys, come up for yeah, but I was here. You actually begin to next time, like we are in sale my card. Same thing. My round is selling for this one. I think more than I didn't I saw them. I know you can't do it's not that. And then once and then back. Oh yeah, doctor. Oh, you, sir. You look at you don't get up. I see. I know.
All right, sorry about that. So A is what? A is a half real, a half unreal. Everybody okay with that? So here's what the equation will become. T is equal to K. A is what? A half gravity and right, m to the power 0 is 1, right? So the equation becomes KL to the half over G to the half. Remember, minus looks like that. Remember, minus a half. You can bring it underneath. But what you say, current temperature, you recognize it. Do you recognize that? This is the one that we did a little while ago. Right? That's the one we did a little while ago. So that equation is T is equal to 2 pi L. All right? So that's the way we use dimension analysis to come up with an equation. No, then we have to get so we have to actually get back to TL and G to work of K. Right? Online? Are you okay there? Right, so I was just showing you how to get very good Azaria. Azaria, sharp there, Azaria. Ranju, Naisha, are you okay there? Or else, if anything on the same, it'll be online. Yep. All right, let's go again. Let's just try one. Take a look at this one here. Some of the quantities are a little bit new, so I kind of help you with the first line, right? Let's see if we can find A, B, and C here. One of the purposes of today's class is to show you that you need to be a little sharp in the math skills, right? Right, you can't run from math, although it's physics. So work this out here, Puma, and see if we can find A, B, and C. There is one slight problem that you have to work out, Puma, right? But I'm not telling you. Go ahead, try this, please. Right, so online you can message with A, B, and C, right? Shivish, you're not doing anything. It's still kind of bad habits, huh? Huh? Take your time and solve it, right? Anybody recognize this slight problem with the right hand side as yet? All right, go ahead. You'll see it soon. Very good. Azaria, what's going on with you, girl? Everything again, right? Right, Azaria. And I'll see what changed now. Azaria. Ariana, Azaria. So isn't T supposed to be L? No, T period. Oh, wait, and I'll see what it's saying there. Now that is T. The first part have a small error. I see what you're saying. This should have been T here. Kieran is some option. No, Kieran look good. I think it's something. What school you going to, Kieran? Oh, Dave. Okay. All right, Kieran. I'll make it up. Everybody doing module 1 in school, right? Huh? Oh yeah, that's sure. Didn't start yet. Excuse, Kumar. Are you done? Kumar, you come on the board and do it, right? Now tell him. Games, so you gotta pretty good again. All right. So then you should be going, right? Ready?
Yes.
So the problem is what? Right? Azaria said the problem is the N. N has to be in the base units, right? N has to be in the base units and simplify it out. So we had to simplify this here before we start to work it out. Right, 2 minutes again before I start it. You going? Yeah. And Vime this Saturday, that when it was tomorrow. Might be tomorrow. What are you doing? I got the extra. Ready? This thing, you can put that probably. Yeah, get your marker. Something wrong with it. There's a brand new black marker. Something wrong with this black marker. All right, so let's see how this went. So left hand side is m cubed all over s. Right hand side is m to the power e. And here is n, instead of writing m, right, we could just write kg m to the minus 1 s to the minus 2, correct? All over m. All of that is to the power of b. And then we have kg m to the minus 1 s to the minus 1 by c. Yeah, they gave you the first equation. You didn't have to work out that. In the actual question, they gave you the first equation. Right. So this is what? This is m cubed s to the minus 1. And there is no kg. So I put in kg to the power 0. All right. My attempt now is to simplify it and make it look nicer. So this is m to the a. What will happen here? The m to cancel? No. 1 over m divided by m is 1 over m multiplied by 1 on m. So it's 1 on m squared or m to the minus 2. So we're going to get kg m to the minus 2 s to the minus 2 by p. Okay, so you see, like this is an example of something that we need to know. These are math things, indices, and all those things. We need to know it, right? Anybody here never did that much?
I never do that much, but you know, I mean.
All right, good. Oh yeah, $100. Thanks. And then this here is what? kg m to the minus 1 s to the minus 1 by c1. Right? So let's just make it look a little bit nicer. Should we help them out here? Should we should not want to start this habit here in C-sector? Right, and we'll give things out. So here's what? M to the a, Shirish. We'll know this one. What you'll get? Yeah, everything to the power of b. What you'll get? kg to the power of by, right, by s to the power of, and here's what? kg to the power of m to the and s to the power of minus c. C by everything. Right? No. I'm done with you. Compare now. Compare. So 0 is equal to what? B plus C. See that? Multiplying so you got add the powers, right? B plus C. Next one is what? I was not sorry. Right? What you'll get? A minus 2B our C2 minus 2B minus C. All right. Last one. S is what? S is minus 2B. S is minus 2B minus C. Right? Saraya, you know that?
Yeah.
So Saraya, if you had to use a little add math skills here, which two equations would you solve first? 1 and 3, why? And because, all right, because they both have B and C in it. So you can find B and C from here and then find E. All right. So we need those little math skills to pop up here, right? We have to do things like this. Huh? Yeah, solve A, B, and C. Yeah. Solve 1 and 3 and then work this out. Is Jarell? Yeah, these things?
Yeah.
Get them come up?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, solve that there and then let's wrap up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine. Yes. Yeah, fine. That's
Finally, see there. Right, so let's solve them up then. That's it, right? All right, I'll add all here and then I will.
The first one was kind of like this.
All right, so let's make sure you're doing it right. So I will take equation 1 and add it to equation 3. So b plus minus 2b is minus b, plus c plus minus c is 0. 0 plus minus 1 is 1. So b is 1. Okay, b is 1. Add equation 1 and 3. B plus minus 2b is minus b, plus c plus minus c is 0. 0 plus minus 1 is minus 1. Right? And if b is 1, it means that c is negative 1. Correct? So now I have to go and find a. Right? So from equation 2, sorry, a is equal to 3 plus 2b plus c. So that's 3 plus 2 by 1 plus minus 1. So that's 3, 5 minus 1 is 4. A is 4. So you got that? Yeah? All right, nice. So that's it there for today. We'll stop there. Right? Next day, we'll just do one little piece of this again and then start resolving. Same time. Plenty maths so let's run over a little small maths on that. Shavish, we didn't copy down this whole thing. Yeah, all right, but I didn't copy down this whole thing. Copy down from this. You have all of this? Up until there? But you have it? All right, online. So for today, that's it. We'll continue from right here. I'll add you all to the group. Those who are not in the group, just send me a WhatsApp and I'll add you, right? All right, after you all finish, right? You all can log out, right? Good.